Chill. Chill. I am a child of a man. Chill. The greatest man spirit.
And he had power to give life into the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. If you don't get down with the beast and his image and what he want to set up, you're going to be killed. Just like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Nebuchadnezzar, he set up an image and he wanted all to worship this image. But Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they said, no, we're not going to worship that image. So Nebuchadnezzar, he said, whoever don't worship this image going to be thrown in a hot fiery furnace. So verse 16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. It ain't no chip, brother, according to the Bible. Yeah, this beast can come. So now when you hear me say this beast, you know what I'm talking about. It could be America.
Yeah.
It's the same spirit of Babylon, same spirit of the Persians and the Medes, the Greeks. America is the same spirit of Rome. That mark, when you look it up in the Greek, it says a scratch. That is stamp. It says, check this out, brother, a badge of servitude. That mark says a badge of servitude or a scratch or a stamp. So I'm not endorsing somebody to get some chip in their body. But according to the Bible, the Lord is saying it's a badge of servitude. You serving this beast. So he said, and that no man might buy or sell, save, meaning except he had the mark, and that mark says badge of servitude, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. That's 666, 666. Because check this out. The badge of servitude is you serving sin. You serving the beast. Because what's the image of the beast? Part of the image of the beast. Homosexuality. Being disobedient to parents. Gangs. Doing drugs. Pedophilia. You know what I'm saying? On and on and on. So anything that's outside of the Spirit of God, the lust of the flesh, all of that is a badge of servitude. You serving the beast, and you, because the dragon gave the beast his power. Right. So when you serve sin, the beast is gonna come with all of that, brother. The mark is dealing with the knowledge. The mark is the badge of servitude is dealing with the knowledge. The knowledge of sin and the knowledge of Christ. Let's get Deuteronomy chapter 6. Start at verse 4. It said, hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord, and thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, with all thy soul, with all thy might. And these words which I command thee this day shall be in thy heart, and thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children, and shalt talk to them when thou sittest in thy house, and when thou walkest by the way, and when thou liest down, and when thou risest up. So we, like you was on point when you was like, that's the word of God, brother. And then verse 8, and he said, and thou shalt bind, meaning like you knit together, you bind them together, join them together, them for a sign. And that sign says a mark upon thine hand. Let's deal with that verse 8. Because that verse 8 is key too. As he says, and thou shalt bind them, meaning join them for a sign. That sign in the Hebrew says a mark. Check it out, brother. Upon thine hand. The same thing in Revelation. The beast says if you don't worship the beast in his image or get this mark in your right hand or in your forehead. Now even Christ's mark saying you're supposed to keep the word of God and you love the Lord thy God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, and you teach this diligently to your children. And he said, bind this, mark this in your right hand. And he says, and thou shalt be as frontlets between thy eyes. The frontlets is just talking about your forehead. So he's saying, keep my word in your mind. It's the knowledge.
Right.
Keep my word in your heart. Keep my word, the knowledge in your mind. This is the mark. Christ got a mark. That's what I was saying. The mark of the beast is the lust of the flesh. Anything outside the Spirit of God. Christ got a mark. Satan got a mark. Satan's mark is sin. The lust of the flesh. The pride of life. The cares of this world. Christ's mark are those that's marked with his knowledge, his wisdom, his understanding. So people that try to use Revelation 13 to say that the mark of the beast is a physical chip, let's go back to Revelation 13 and 15. And he says, and he had power to give life into the image of the beast, and that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Now we know this ain't talking about God. Verse 16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. This don't mean that this beast ain't gonna come with something. They already doing it.
Yeah.
God got a mark too. That badge of servitude could go broad, brother. Badge of serving what? Serving the beast? Because it ain't nothing what the beast push. The beast pushes homosexuality.
Right.
It's the spirit that's in the earth. The badge of servitude is to serve sin. Serve the lust of the flesh.
Wow.
Matter of fact, get 1 John 2:15.
Love not the world.
What?
Neither the things. Love not the world. Neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life, is not of the Father, but is of the world.
See, and that's what the beast in this world is pushing. That's what that badge of servitude is, to serve sin and the lust of the flesh. The pride of life is to serve sin. You know what I'm saying? So that's why the Lord said, if you love this world, the love of the Father is not in you.
Yeah.
If you attach to this world, the love of the Father is not in you, because you are of the world.
Yeah.
Get Deuteronomy 11:18. It's going to tell you the same thing.
Therefore shall ye lay up these any words in your heart and in your soul, and bind them for a sign upon your hand, that they may be as frontlets between your eyes.
Now what did he say? Therefore shall you lay up these what?
Therefore shall ye lay up these my words in your heart and in your
My
soul.
what?
My words in your heart.
My what?
In your soul.
I want that to kind of sink in, because that's the butter. My words in your heart, in your soul, and bind them for a sign. You looked at that sign up in the Hebrew, it says a mark.
Right.
upon your hand, and that they may be as frontlets between your eyes, meaning your forehead.
Right.
Meaning you are marked with the knowledge of God. Check this out, brother. Get Revelation 7:3. This gonna really hit it for you. Revelation 7:1.
And after these things, I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree.
Now this is talking about the 144,000, brother.
Right.
Those that are sealed with the knowledge of God. And he's telling the angels that they should not blow on the earth, nor the sea, nor on any tree. Go ahead, verse 2.
And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living God.
Having a what?
Having the seal of the living God.
You know what that seal says, brother? Having the mark. A mark, it says a stamp, a mark of privacy, a seal. So this angel got the mark of the living God. Go ahead.
And from the east, having the seal of the living God, and he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels, to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea.
Now he cried to the 4 angels to whom it was given for him to hurt the earth and the sea. Check it out, verse 3.
Saying, hurt not the earth, nor the sea, nor the tree, till we have sealed the servants of our God.
Till we have sealed the servants, brother. That seal said, till we have stamped the servants.
Right.
You think that's a literal stamp, brother? How we stamping the servants?
Word of God.
With the word of God. That's your mark, brother. You gotta have the knowledge of God. You have to have the Spirit of Christ in you. Once you have the knowledge of God, then the Spirit of God will walk and be with you. Even like the Passover, they had to put the blood over the doorpost, which represented Christ's blood over the doorpost. And that death angel, when Christ sent that death angel, if you didn't have that blood over the door, you was killed, brother.
And I'm telling you right now, what hit me the hardest was this right here, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our God in their foreheads.
What?
Till we have sealed the servants of our God in their forehead.